All right, so today we are here with Shawn, and Shawn's been on the streets for a little bit of time. How long's that been, Shawn?
Technically I left Columbus in like 2000, but I had a car, or 2020, but I had a car up until like 9 months ago, and homeless people don't consider you homeless if you got a car. You're living well if you live in a car. So about 9 months I've been just traveling around in other cities, other nations, other states. They have hostels. But out here in Columbus, there's no hostels, so poor people can't afford a place to stay out here. And so...
What was one of the best places you went to when you left Columbus?
Well, I liked what was going on in Washington State. They had some good hostels there. I mean, as far as having a place to go, there was hostels, and then in Washington and Oregon, there's also like Antifa, who would come to homeless encampments and like fight the police if they came after you and tried to take your stuff from you. So I thought that was like good for living on the streets, but so far, like really I liked Mexico. Mexico had a lot of good stuff going on. I just didn't speak the language. No matter how much I tried, they didn't understand my dialect and version of their language.
How deep did you go into Mexico?
I just went straight to Mexico City. I wanted to go all around, but not being able to speak. It was like, yeah, I'm gambling that they're going to send people to help me. You know, God's going to send people to help me out here or something. So
you just chose to come back then?
No, I had to come back because my information changed in the government database. And I don't find that suspicious at all or anything, because I was dealing with running for office and stuff like that. That's the real reason I came back. They changed my information. I had found that video I showed you just there where I was playing guitar in Mexico. Like, I had found that place, and I was going to stay there a couple months and stuff because I could afford it. Because you can't afford to live in USA. Right. It's so expensive out here.
How is the band going?
Well, I mean, all I got right now is 2 drumsticks and picnic benches or whatever I find at the wall or glass bottles. So I don't have stuff like that anymore. I had to get rid of the guitar. It was too heavy to carry around. And then I had to get rid of the next guitar because it's too heavy to carry around. So
what's your next plans for the traveling? Or do you plan on staying, or do you plan on going again?
I mean, I always wanted to go like where the wars are in the Middle East, but right now the wars are somewhere else, aren't they? I wanted to go to like Israel, and I was gonna like, I guess, you know, I don't care about being honest. I was gonna like work my way around in case people are following me or something, and then slip in there, because they might not like me in Israel. Supposedly, if you've ever said something bad about them, they really make sure you don't cross the border or something.
Really?
But I was thinking of going there. Yeah. People, there's a lot of stuff going on there, and that's where the war's been going on.
Well, where'd you grow up here in Columbus at?
Mostly on the north end, about at the very south end of Carl Road, up to North Schrock. And but I knew the whole city from traveling around and friends and stuff like that, but mostly the north end, just all over the north end.
Okay.
Right now we're on the west side, obviously, or short west, we might call it.
When you left in 2020, now you're back. How many months have you been back for?
It's been I don't remember exactly. It's been at least a couple.
Really?
I keep saying now it's been a couple weeks, and people are like, no, you've been right here for a long time, just here.
So now with no car, how's that been, being on the streets?
Oh, that's like the worst. Like I said, when you meet other homeless people, you're not homeless if you got a car. You got a nice place to live and everything. You got a traveling home and all that. But when you're on the streets, it's a different thing. You got to watch out for the rain. Everything, you know, is gone if you're out in the rain.
Did you graduate school?
No, I quit. I thought it was too easy, and I thought they were playing too many games with me. I scored really high in school. I was like honorable. I was advanced grades and stuff like that even. And I would like not even pay attention in school and do that. And I was like, this is stupid. Why am I here? So that's the reason I didn't continue school. I had to go make some money. So
right. What about your family? Have they been there to support you through this time?
Sometimes. I mean, that's a long drama story if you want to get into my life and my family. But sometimes, and when I started getting involved politically and running for office, some people started acting weird. The ones I trusted the most started acting weird about it.
Really? Took
Yeah.
that kind of difficult. You being out here, what's the worst thing you've had to experience since being out here?
Man, I don't know, like almost everything, you know, not being raped and not being killed. I was assaulted more at political events than I've ever been out here. But it just, it's kind of annoying sometimes how other poor people, like other homeless people, like think you have $5 to help them. And it's like, some of them have thought like I'm a rich person out here acting like I'm homeless and stuff. And
Really?
yeah, that's really the most annoying thing that I have to deal with. Like I said, the rain. The rain will destroy everything, and you need your smart devices these days to interact. They're trying to get rid of the cash, go to the cashless society and all that stuff. And so rain becomes a big problem. And then
what are you going to do with winter
people are going
time?
to treat you bad, too. That's one thing I noticed.
Have you ever dealt with winter being on the streets? Is this your first winter?
Not yet. No, there's no winter out there. But in Ohio, we don't always have winter, do we?
Right.
Sometimes it's just a gamble.
It really is. It could go from being decent to super bad real quick. You know, just like now, it's nice outside, and then it might be freezing tomorrow. So
I mean, it has been kind of cold the last few days before, and it says it might get cold again in a couple days.
Now, with the other homeless thinking that you have money, is that like a daily problem?
Hell, not so much in Columbus as I've seen in Washington State and stuff. Like, I haven't experienced that as much. A couple people ask me for that here and there, and it's just like, that's just like annoying, because it's like, yeah, I do. Like, you want everything I got, I'll give it all to you.
Right.
You can take my last $5, I go back to the shelter and lay down and stuff.
Right. So are they helping you with housing right now too as well?
The government always talks about helping people, and it's always like some hoops you got to jump through, and does the hoop even work? You know, are you missing the hoop you got to jump through? So I can't say for sure. Hopefully, let's hope.
What about work-wise? What about work-wise? Have you found any decent work since you've been here?
Since I've been in Columbus? Not really. I mean, you don't want me to talk about what I've been doing since I gave up doing things, but
okay.
Before I was like I said, I was running for office. I was making documentaries, drum videos, guitar videos, science videos, and I'm still kind of like trying to do some of that stuff, but I just don't have all the gear. I don't have like a studio anymore and all that stuff.
Also, you when you had that, was that here, the studio and everything, or?
Yeah, and then I had enough gear to take on the road with me when I went to travel to events and stuff in different cities and states.
And you just did that solo? You didn't take nobody with you when you left?
Mostly, but I did have people ask at one event to come with me, and so I took a couple people with me.
Did you make any friends along the way? Here and there?
Maybe. I kind of don't talk to everyone anymore, much of anyone.
Right.
You know, after changing numbers, phones breaking and getting broken and riots and stuff like that. And, you know, I would say the rain, but the rain really hasn't killed them yet. After all that stuff, then my numbers change, and then I get worried about other things too. So I haven't kept many friends, but yeah, I've made like acquaintances. People call me friends, but I moved around even before I was homeless. Like, I moved all the time, so I go to school for like 3 months or something, and then I meet a bunch of friends, and then the next 3 months I got 3 more friends. So I meet a lot of people like that.
So I got 3 short, quick questions for you. So if you had one dream, what would it be?
Well, I was trying to run for president and help the world and bring peace and prosperity to people. That's what I was trying to do at first.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I'm trying to worry about where I'm going to be in 5 minutes these days.
No, I get that.
I mean, I'd love to be like dancing in a ballroom with some beautiful blonde lady in a suit or an awesome dress. But yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, well, Shawn, man, I wish you the best, and I hope you stay warm this winter, bro. And it was good talking to you, man, and thanks for your time. And is there one last thing you would like to tell anybody that would maybe see this going through what you're going through?
Well, I mean, just don't give up. There's something else going on in this world, and it's going to help you through everything. And I know I give up all the time, but it's always there, no matter how hopeless it looks. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here, and God, whatever people want to call it, there's
real.
Something else here to help everyone.
And just keep going, huh?
Yeah. I mean that's kind of hypocritical of me to say, but really, yeah, you got to. Well, you got to until you're allowed to leave.
Thank you, Shawn, man. You have a good day, bro.
All right, you too, man.